Hello?
Claire, love, it's me.
Oh.
Your mother, remember?
Mummy.
What?
I'm not going to be emotionally blackmailed by you.
It wasn't emotional blackmail. It was a joke. Anyway, how are things?
Fine?
What exactly is the time in Australia? I always get mixed up.
Here in Sydney, it's just after 11 o'clock at night.
Not too late to ring, then?
No.
Julian about?
No.
Seems to be out a lot these days.
What do you mean?
Nothing.
He's in
Just the last few times I've rung.
He's in the studio.
Yes.
It is quite a time-consuming process, you know, making a rock album. Not just a matter of throwing together any old noises that take your fancy.
Isn't it?
Mummy!
No, sorry, of course I know it isn't. All I meant was, just seems that you spend a lot of time in the flat on your own.
So, I spent a lot of time in the flat on my own when I lived in England.
Yes. Goodness, it does have rather a final air about it, when I lived in England.
Look, if you're going to try more emotional blackmail...
No, I'm not, Claire. Honestly, I'm not. That wasn't emotional blackmail.
It was a very convincing imitation.
Actually, Claire, I rang about something practical.
Oh?
Your flat.
Why, what's happened to it? Has there been a fire?
No, don't be silly. No. It's just... Look, the fact is, your flat's sitting there empty, and if you're going to be away for a matter of months or years, well, I could let it out and get some rent for it.
I see. The minute I'm off the scene, you rent out my flat.
No, I don't, Claire. Don't be silly. Look, you've already been away 3 months. I'm happy to keep the flat waiting for as long as you want. But if, say, you know, you're not going to be back for another 3 months or for 6 months, or if you've decided you're going to settle permanently in Australia, well, it could make sense for me to rent the place out. Well, I haven't had any rent for it since you went.
So you're asking me to pay the arrears?
No, Claire, I'm not. Don't keep flying off the handle.
And it's not just that you personally want to know whether or not I'm coming back.
No. Well, yes. All right, obviously it's your mother I want to know.
It's not that you're just trying to find out how my relationship with Julian's going.
Of course it's
in the
not.
hope that it's going badly, and I'll soon come crawling back to Mummy with my tail between my legs.
No,
Well, I
Claire.
can assure you everything is fine between me and Julian.
Well,
I have
good.
no plans to come back to England in the near future or in the foreseeable future, come to that. So please feel at liberty to rent out my flat as soon as you can find a suitable tenant for it.
No,
Goodbye!
I didn't mean... Claire...
So you think the lady was protesting too much?
I don't know, Russell, I really don't. It's just that Claire doesn't sound like the Claire I know.
And you think that might mean that things aren't working out with Julian?
It might. It might mean a lot of other things as well. But if it did mean things weren't working out with Julian, Claire wouldn't admit that under torture.
What she would, in fact, do is to assert vigorously that everything is absolutely fine and that you should mind your own business.
Yes.
Which is exactly what she's doing.
Yes.
Protesting too much. I see your problem.
But in the meantime, I have to look for a tenant for our flat.
Well, I'm sure a lot of people like a nice place like that.
Yes. I suppose I just advertise somewhere.
Yes, that is the traditional method. Local paper, tobacconist window. You don't sound keen?
No, it's just so... Probably better if you get in someone by introduction.
Spread the word amongst your friends.
Yes, that's what I better do. And would you do the same, Russell?
Yeah, sure, if you don't mind.
What do you mean?
Well, most of our friends are gay.
Yes, well, that's fine. I wouldn't mind.
Oh, sure?
No. Well, that is... No, I wouldn't. Well...
Yes.
I mean...
That's one of the great sounds of the 80s, you know, Sarah.
What is?
People who grew up in the 60s waffling on about how tolerant and open-minded they still are, really.
Oh. Is that what I was doing?
Yes, Sarah.
Oh, but I... No, you don't really think
Oh, come on. I think one of the family doing it's enough.
Doing what?
Protesting too much.
Well, the important thing about letting the flat, of course, Sarah, is that one gets the right class of person.
I see, yes. Well, those would be your priorities, Mother.
They're your priorities too, Sarah.
I wouldn't say that. I'm more concerned about what people are like than what class they come from.
It's the same thing, Sarah. What people are like depends on the class they come from. I mean, I'm as tolerant as the next person. But the simple fact remains that people who speak nicely are nicer people than those who speak badly.
Mother, you are writing off 90% of the population of this country according to some arbitrary snobbery.
No, I'm not. I'm not a snob. And I'm certainly not writing anyone off.
You are. You're so prejudiced.
I am not prejudiced, Sarah. Of course, I accept that there have to be common people.
Oh, good.
But I'm just saying that people who aren't common are naturally better people.
And you're not prejudiced?
It's not prejudice, Sarah. It's logic. That's how the world works. The people who aren't common are there to look after the people who are common. It's a very sensible system.
What?
Now, don't start getting all aerated about it. You've benefited.
I've benefited?
Yes. You've benefited from all the work I put in on your vows.
Work on my vows?
Oh, I don't expect you to show any gratitude. You forget how your father and I scrimped and saved to put you through private education.
I don't see that has anything to do with it.
Of course it does. Really, Sarah, sometimes you're amazingly dense.
In spite of my private education?
That has nothing to do with it. Private education is nothing to do with making people less dense. The aim of private education is to make people talk nicely.
What do you mean by talking nicely?
I mean proper speech. Received standard English, or whatever they call it nowadays. Until recently, I'd have said BBC English, but the standards in that organisation have dropped lamentably over the last few years. They're letting all kinds of voices broadcast these days. Irish, Scots, they even have people from the north. And goodness, the weather forecasters. I just don't know where they get them from. Sounds like the finals of a regional funny voice competition. And as for the presenters of children's television programmes...
What about them?
Well, I can only assume that when they conduct interviews for those jobs, they automatically disqualify anyone whose speech they can understand.
Well, all right, Mother, you've made your views very clear, and all I can say is I'm sorry that I don't share them.
Oh, but you do, Sarah.
I don't.
Yes, you do. I brought you up to share them. No, basically we think alike about most things.
We don't, Mother.
Oh, yes, we do. Now, come on. You don't want Clare's flat invaded by the sort of person who reads The Sun and has milk bottles on the table and dismantles motorcycles in the sitting room and goes out wearing curlers, do you, Sarah?
Mother, you are talking in meaningless stereotypes.
I may be talking in meaningless stereotypes, but at least I'm doing so with nice vowels.
Mother!
I know you think you know everything about everything, Sarah. But I have been around rather longer than you have.
Yes, you've been around longer, which has given time for your crust of prejudice to get harder and harder until now it's absolutely impenetrable.
Fine words, butter no parsnips, Sarah.
I beg your pardon?
I said fine words, butter no parsnips.
Yes, well, what's that got to do with anything?
It's an expression. You went off into some little fancy bit of rhetoric, and I said fine words, butter no parsnips.
Oh. But fine vowels do, no doubt.
Do what?
Butter parsnips.
I don't know what you're talking about, Sarah.
And I don't know what you're talking about, Mother. Story of our lives.
What?
Never mind. Let's go back to where we started. Who we're going to get to live in Clare's flat.
Yes. Well.
And how we're going to find the right person.
Well, I'm surprised you have to ask that, Sarah.
Why? What do you mean?
Well, there's only one way you find the right sort of person under these circumstances.
Oh, what's that?
It's very simple, Sarah. You just advertise in the lady.
Oh. Oh. Is that what you do?
Yes, Sarah, that's exactly what you do.
Hello, 74923?
Mummy, it's me.
Oh?
Claire, your daughter, remember?
Okay, touche. You all right?
Why shouldn't I be?
No reason. It's just another phone call all in what's the middle of the night for you.
If you had any idea how hot it is out here, you wouldn't think it's strange that I'm awake.
No.
I just
Is
wanted
Juliet...
to say hello.
Oh.
I mean, last time we spoke, well, I didn't want you to think I'd put the phone down on you.
Well, you did put the phone down on me,
yes,
actually,
I know
Claire.
I did, sort of technically. But I didn't want you to think I was sort of mentally putting the phone down on you.
Ah.
It's really the only reason I rang. You know, to re-establish contact.
Yes. Contact's never been broken, you know, Claire, on my side.
No. Well, I just wanted to, you know, sort of say hello.
Good.
Hello. There, I've said it.
Yes. Claire, is there anything else you're trying to say to me?
No, I just wanted to say hello.
Ah. Well, you've certainly done that.
Yes. And I
What?
I did want to say something else.
Yes?
Yes. I wanted to say hello.
I think we can say that we've done our duty by the hellos, Claire.
Yes.
What was the other thing you wanted to say, love?
Well... Goodbye.
What?
I rang to say hello. I've done that.
You certainly have.
And that was all I wanted to say.
Sure?
Yes. So the only other thing I have to say is goodbye.
Claire?
Goodbye, Mummy. Talk soon.
Oh, incidentally, Sarah, Chuck and Clint were quite interested.
What?
You remember you asked me to ask round my friends to see if anyone was looking for a flat?
Oh, yes.
Well, there's this couple we know called Chuck and Clint.
Oh.
They're both into leather.
Ah.
And safe sex, so you needn't have any worries on that score.
Oh. Well, I just wonder whether the place is big enough for two. I mean, Claire was fine on her own, but... Well, I don't want you to think I'm prejudiced. Oh, you swine, Russell.
You're wonderful, Sarah. You fall for it every time.
You're wrong to set me up every time.
Sorry, very contrite.
What I should have said, actually, is that the flat is taken.
Is it?
Virtually. Or it will be if Mother has anything to do with it.
Oh, she's found someone.
I think she has. I told her she'd put an ad in the Lady.
You told me she thought you should.
Yes. Well, fearing that I wouldn't do it with some justification.
Yes, I noticed you do seem to be rather dragging your feet about the whole business.
Oh?
Well, you don't seem to be trying that hard to find a tenant.
Well, I wouldn't say that.
Yeah, I would.
Oh. Well, anyway, since Mother didn't trust me to put the ad in the Lady, she took it upon herself to do it for me.
Did she?
And she has had a response beyond her wildest dreams.
Some millionaire widower with a taste for dominant older women?
No better than that in Mother's terms. A lady called Newby.
Oh. Should the name mean anything to me?
No, the emphasis is on the lady.
On the magazine?
I'm not making this very clear, Russell. Lady Newby is the name of the person coming to see the flat.
Oh, I see, yes. And this, I assume, fits in perfectly with Eleanor's image of the sort of people she should be mixing with.
Exactly. Short of the Queen Mother inviting her to move into Clarence House as a live-in companion, it would be the realization of Mother's wildest dreams.
I see.
Such a delightful-sounding person on the telephone, Sarah, dear. Really nicely spoken. I mean, there is absolutely no substitute for authentic breeding, you know, and it's all in the voice, all in the voice.
When does this scion of a noble house grace your humble abode with her presence?
This evening. Mother is spending the entire day cleaning the family silver.
I didn't know you got any family silver.
Oh, we have, just. Mother has a silver-plated teapot, and I have a real silver cake slice. Not the greatest array of family silver Lady Newby will ever have seen, perhaps.
No.
But I guarantee they'll be the cleanest.
And then, of course, this is an extremely nice area, Lady Newby.
Yes.
I mean, the people around here are a very nice class of person. There's no criminal element or anything of that kind. Women can walk the streets without fear of recrimination.
I beg your pardon?
I think my mother meant that there's no violence around here.
Oh, I see. Of course, this area would be rather different after Chelsea.
Oh, certainly. But then, of course, everywhere in London one does have the threat of violence. And London's so expensive.
Is it? Really?
Oh, yes, surely you must have noticed.
I don't like to think about money.
Oh, no, nor do I, of course.
Well, I'm afraid if you were interested in the flat, Lady Newby, money would have to be thought about, and indeed talked about.
My solicitors would handle that kind of thing.
Anyway, to conclude what I was saying about the area, it's really very difficult to fault it in any way. I mean, when you come down to it, this area is absolutely, thoroughly middle class.
Yes, that's rather what I thought.
And the flat itself is really very nice for one person.
The accommodation is ideal, certainly. But the decor is perhaps a little young for my taste.
Well, that could, of course, be changed if you were staying any length of time.
Yes, Mrs. France, you were a little imprecise about the length of time you were prepared to let the flat for.
Yes, well, it all rather depends on...
And, of course, the situation is absolutely ideal for someone elderly.
I beg your pardon?
For the more mature person.
Yes, well, I really should be going. I asked my chauffeur to collect me at 6:30.
Yes, well, as I say, there are great advantages.
Let me see you out.
Oh, thank you.
I mean, being in the basement, there are no stairs to speak of, only up into the rest of the house, which of course you wouldn't need to use. I'm sure if you moved in, you wouldn't want to live in our pockets.
No, I'm sure I wouldn't.
And then there are only the 3 steps down from the gate to the front door.
Yes. Oh, good. The car's there. Well, thank you so much, Mrs. Vance.
Goodbye.
Mrs. Prescott, it was most kind of you to show me round.
Oh, our pleasure, Lady Newby. And you know, when you've made up your mind...
I will, of course, need to consult my solicitors and the trustees of my late husband's estate.
That goes without saying. Exactly what I do myself in the circumstances.
What?
I must say, the decor does rather worry me. I would need to feel confident that could be changed.
Well, I'm afraid I'm not
no
going to...
problem at all, Lady Newby. I do hope you decide to take the flat. I don't think you'd regret the decision.
But if you don't want to, we will fully understand.
Yes, well, thank you so much. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, dear Lady Newby.
Mother,
What?
there was no need to curtsy.
I didn't.
Sort of fooled me.
I just lost my balance for a moment.
Really? Well, I don't think she's going to take it.
Oh, I wouldn't be so sure of that, Sarah, dear.
She doesn't share Claire's taste in interior decoration.
No.
So I think we can forget the idea of Lady Newby, Mother.
I'm not so sure, Sarah.
Mother, Lady Newby is looking for a flat decorated in a style that befits her age and status.
Yes?
And we haven't got one of those.
Oh, but we have, Sarah.
What, you mean Eleanor is actually planning to move into Claire's flat?
That is her proposal, yes. I mean, in some ways there's a kind of logic about it. Mother's been finding all the stairs up to her flat increasingly difficult, particularly since she had that trouble with her ankle. No, it's something I had been vaguely considering for some time.
Swapping them round?
Yeah. But I hadn't planned on doing it quite so soon.
And is Lady Newby actually coming to see the other flat?
Oh, yes. I wouldn't have done anything about it, but needless to say, Mother's set it all up.
Well, that's fine. Let the noble dame come, see whether or not she's interested. You don't have to do anything unless she is.
Ah, would that life was so simple. Unfortunately, that's not how Mother sees it. No, she is insisting on doing a major spring clean of her flat, washing the curtains, shampooing the carpets, buying in new pictures of the royal family, everything.
Oh, dear.
What's more, she's insisting on moving a whole lot of her stuff down to Claire's flat.
Needless to say, when you say she's insisting on moving the stuff...
I mean, she's insisting on my moving the stuff, yes.
What is it? Just little bits?
By no means. Bed, dressers, wardrobe.
Well, how on earth are you going to manage that lot?
No idea.
Well, Sarah, would it help if Bob and I...
Oh, I've no idea how much it would help. Okay. That's fine, Nick.
There. That's about it, isn't it?
Oh, I think so, yes. Fine. Can't thank you enough.
No, think nothing of it. I'm sure the exercise did me good. Must have done, mustn't it?
Yes. Bob didn't give us much help, did he?
Oh, no, the younger generation. They don't understand the meaning of hard work.
So what's the same when he comes here? He spends all his time flirting outrageously with Mother.
Oh, yes, and she laps it all up, doesn't she?
Yes, particularly when he compares her to the royal family.
Mind you, I thought it was a bit over the top when he said Eleanor looked more like the Princess of Wales than the Queen Mother.
Oh, yes, you thought he was going over the top. I thought he was going over the top. Bob knew he was going over the top, but Mother...
Didn't bat an eyelid.
No, what he said coincided so perfectly with her self-image, you see.
Of course.
Come on, let me get you a drink. You've earned it.
Yeah, I wouldn't say no, certainly. What is it?
I fear it is our invasion by Burke's peerage.
Ah, yes, Lady Newby.
No less. Oh, if she did move in, I don't think I could stand it. Living between those two, I'd dissolve in a sort of acid rain of gentility.
Yes, well, I am extremely grateful to you for showing me around the other accommodation, Mrs.
Prescott.
Of course.
I hope you found it to your taste.
Well, I can see that it has certain points to commend it. The stairs, of course, might become a problem.
Yes, for someone who's not so young,
The previous tenant never had any difficulty with them.
Previous tenant?
Anyway, do take your time to think about it, Lady Newby. I know when I was in a similar position, my solicitors and the trustees of my late husband would
Yes, I don't think it will be necessary for me to...
Anyway, the decor was certainly more suitable to the more mature person. I'm sure you agree.
Well...
I mean, compared to the basement flat. We older people do have our standards, don't we, Lady Newby?
Well, you did have to make a decision.
Tell me, Mrs. Prescott, how long have you been in the property rental business?
Property rental business?
I should imagine it's fascinating work. One must meet such an intriguing cross-section of the public.
Well,
of course, I couldn't do it. It's not that kind of thing.
Oh.
Fortunately, though, I've never had to.
Ah.
Anyway, Lady Newby, there's no hurry. Just let us know your decision whenever...
I can save you the trouble, Mrs. Barnes. I've decided that the flat is not for me.
Oh. Is it because of the stairs?
Well, I suppose that's part of it, but quite frankly...
Yes?
Well, I can say this because it's a reflection on your previous tenant's taste rather than your own. But I did find the decor rather... how shall I put it? Common.
Common?
Yes, a word one rarely uses. But you did ask. Anyway, thank you so much for showing me round.
But...
and I do wish you every success with your property rental business, Mrs. Prescott. And I'm quite sure if you advertise in the right sort of place, you'll find the right sort of person for that flat.
Well,
So thank you for your assistance. Goodbye, Mrs. Prescott. Mrs. Strong.
Goodbye, Lady Newby. Oh, dear. If there's one thing I can't stand, Sarah, it's snobbery.
No, Mother.
Goodness gracious. Who on earth did that woman think she was? Common. All I can say is it takes one to know one.
To know one what, Mother?
Well, there was no way she was the genuine article.
Lady Newby?
Of course not. I knew from the start. She didn't fool me for a moment.
But I thought when you first heard her on the phone, you...
Oh, goodness, no. I can recognize genuine breeding when I see it. That woman wasn't brought up to it, you know.
No?
Certainly not. I bet I know how she got her title.
How, Mother?
Simply by marrying some jumped-up little industrialist.
Oh.
Yes. Some nasty little northern oik knighted by the Wilson government for services to local council corruption.
But, Mother, surely you liked her vows.
Vows? What have they got to do with anything?
Well, I mean, whatever her background, you can't deny that she had wonderful vows.
I thought her manner of speech was grotesquely exaggerated.
Did you? I thought you'd have loved it.
Well, that just shows how little you know me, Sarah. I'd much rather avoid all that affectation and have people talking as God intended them to talk.
And how did God intend people to talk?
Well, nicely. Not in an exaggerated, drawling sort of way. Just, well, there's no other word for it. Nicely.
Like you talk, perhaps, Mother.
Exactly, Sarah. I'm so glad you understand.
Yes. Well, who can that be? Hello, 74923.
Mummy, it's me.
Claire! How lovely to hear you. What a surprise!
Listen, I'm coming back.
Coming back?
Yes.
But what on earth happened?
Don't ask any questions, please.
All right.
I'll explain, maybe, when I see you.
All right, love.
At the moment, all I want to do is to be safely back in my own little flat.
Of course.
Just to come back and find everything exactly as it was.
Exactly as it was.
That's all I want.
Yes, love. Look, when are you going to be leaving Sydney?
I'm calling from Heathrow, Mummy.
I see. Heathrow? Oh, hello, Bob. Yes, it's Sarah. Just got back. Right. Yes. Look, I was extremely grateful to you and Russell for your help. Yes. Yes, look, the thing is, I wonder, would you mind dreadfully coming around and putting it all back again?
Right there.
Yes. Could you just move it a couple of inches to the right?
A couple of inches to the right.
Yes, please.
Mother!
All right, all right. There.
No, I think it looked better where it was.
What?
Mother, forget it. I am not going to start on another of your great furniture shifting exercises. There it is, and there it will have to stay. I've got to go and put fresh sheets on Claire's bed.
You said she's getting a taxi from the airport.
That is exactly what I said, Mother, only 4 times in the last half hour.
Oh.
Very exciting, Claire coming back.
Oh, certainly. Very exciting. Do you know, Russell, what Bob said to me just now?
No, amazed me.
He said I must have a picture in my attic.
Oh?
You know, a picture that gets older while I stay younger.
Really?
Like Dolly Gray.
Huh.
But really, what a thing to say. Bob can be dreadful sometimes, can't he?
Yes, yes.
Claire, welcome home.
I'm here too, you know.
Oh, Granny.
Oh, Claire, dear.
Oh, Claire, love, it's just so wonderful to see you. Listen, tell me.
No.
What?
Listen, I'm delighted to be home. I'm exhausted, but I'm happy to talk about anything. Except what you want me to talk about.
Oh.
Do you understand?
Yes, I do.
Well, I don't. Come on, tell us, Claire, what's happened between you and Julian?
That, I think, Mother, is what Claire is not prepared to talk about.
Oh. Oh, but it's very important we should know what's
Mother.
Oh, well...
Well, don't let's just stand here. Let's go through and have a drink.
Yes.
There.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sarah. Cheers. Cheers.
Cheers.
Good flight?
Not bad.
Good. Really, Claire, I think you owe it to us to tell
Mother. Well, no problem getting a taxi.
No.
Good.
Well,
Mother?
You know, Mummy, Granny, I've been thinking about something all the way over on the flight.
Yes,
What? Yes.
And in the taxi.
And
I've come to a decision.
what?
Yes.
I think it makes sense if Granny and I swap flats.
Oh, do you, Claire? So, yes, indeed, Russell, very much so.
And Claire still as happy as she was about it?
Ecstatic. All her confidence comes surging back. She's a changed person. Nearly said child there, mustn't say child. Big, fully grown-up daughter I have.
Well, it all sounds terrific. Isn't love wonderful?
Isn't it just?
Yes, Sarah, you don't sound totally convinced.
Well, it's just... Well, Claire was so hurt. She's been so deeply hurt for the last few months. And now, suddenly, Julian's reappeared from Australia and he has healed the pain and everything's marvellous. Well, I just can't help remembering that it was Julian who caused the pain in the first place. And it is a bit of a quick turnaround for me, you know. Fairly difficult to switch instantly from one mode to the other.
Which modes are you talking about?
Well, they're both listening and nodding modes. Yes, Claire, yes, I've been saying solidly for the last 2 months, my head nodding frantically with understanding. Julian's an unfeeling brute. You should forget all about him. Now, suddenly, my head's still nodding. I'm having to say, yes, Claire, yes, Julian's absolutely wonderful and thoughtful and caring and... Well, it's not easy.
I can see that. But are they back as close as ever they were?
Closer. Make a good advertisement for superglue, those two.
Actually living together?
Yes, makes no difference. He's round at her flat all the time, just like before.
Oh, yes, I remember. Couldn't stand his parents, could he?
I don't think he actually dislikes them, just hasn't got a lot in common with them. They're terribly intellectual. You know, anyone who wants to go to their house has to pass an entrance test.
And is Julian now self-supporting? Has he actually made any money out of his Songwriting, wasn't it?
Yes, it was, and yes, I think he has. Apparently the album he was laying down in Australia has made quite an impression chart-wise over there, and is bubbling under here. I think I've got that right.
Very good. I'm impressed. So, if young love is resurgent and Julian even has an income, I don't see the problem.
It's just I can't stand the thought of Claire getting hurt again.
I'm afraid that's a risk in every love affair.
I know.
O love, thou bane of the most generous souls, thou doubtful pleasure, and thou certain pain.
No, you have me there. I haven't a clue who it is.
Well, there's no reason why you should. George Granville, Baron Lansdowne.
Ah.
From his play, Heroic Love, first performed 1698.
Oh, there you go. Anyway, George Granville, Baron, whatever it was, clearly knew a thing or two. It's a certain pain in Claire's love life that worries me.
You mean that because Julian's thrown her over once, he's quite capable of doing it again?
That is exactly what I'm afraid of.
And if that did happen, you don't think Claire could cope?
Never mind Claire, I know I couldn't.
Well, of course, a songwriter's not a solicitor.
No, can't argue with you there, Mother.
Or a doctor, or an accountant, or one of the more traditional, established professions. But then we live in a changing world, Sarah.
Don't we just?
I mean, the old social values I grew up with are no longer valid in this day and age.
No, they're not, Mother. I'm surprised to hear you admit it, though.
I may not be quite as young as I was, Sarah, but I'm not a stick in the mud. I accept change.
Really?
Yes. I mean, nowadays I see young women smoking in the streets. I see them going into pubs on their own. I see them having premarital sex.
Do you?
I see people putting milk bottles on the table. I see them not using butter knives, and I don't bat an eyelid.
Huh. Batted more than an eyelid the other day when I didn't use a butter knife.
That's because you're my daughter, Sarah. If your behaviour's slovenly, it reflects on the way I brought you up.
Oh, I see. I still have to toe the line, but everyone else in the world can do whatever they feel like. Is that it?
Really, Sarah, you do sidetrack me all the time. I was talking about Julian.
Yes.
And saying that nowadays there are completely different attitudes to what constitutes a respectable profession. I mean, a few years ago it would have been unthinkable that a member of the royal family might have had anything to do with the theatrical profession.
I don't know. Charles II did his bit.
Don't be vulgar, Sarah. I was referring to our current Prince Edward, who's joined this frightfully jolly theatre company.
Really useful.
Well, it is, because suddenly it makes the profession more respectable.
No, Mother, I meant the name of the company.
And that company's owned by a songwriter, Andrew Rice Webber.
Lloyd, Mother, you know it's Lloyd. We've been through this before.
So what I'm saying is that songwriting is no longer something you have to apologise for.
Was it ever?
I mean, you could just as confidently say, and this is my granddaughter's husband, the songwriter, as you might say, this is my granddaughter's husband, the solicitor.
Mother, Clare and Julian are not married.
Well, it's only a matter of time.
You don't know that, and I'm sure if anything ever does happen, it will take a great deal of time.
Oh, but
Clare
surely...
has stated on numerous occasions that she has no intention of getting married for years and years and years. She's even had proposals and turned them down. She's still very young.
She's older than you were when you married Henry.
Yes, and having seen the mess I became when Henry died, she is very sensibly determined to mature fully as a personality before she ties herself down.
Well, that's what you think. I happen to know better.
You always have thought you knew better, Mother, and never have the tiniest shred of evidence to support that conviction.
You just take my word for it.
I have spent 40-odd years weaning myself off taking your word for things, Mother.
Well, in this case,
Claire!
Mummy, I've got some wonderful news. Julian and I are going to get married.
Mother...
I didn't say anything, Sarah, dear.
Well, aren't you going to say anything? Either of you?
Yes, of course. Congratulations, love. That's wonderful news. I told you everything had worked out.
Yes, now do tell me all about it. When did he actually propose to you? Did he go down on his knees?
And now you're guilty because you feel so negative about the whole business. Is that it?
Yes, I suppose so. I should feel ecstatic, over the moon. I am, after all, fulfilling one of my final outstanding duties to Henry, getting my only daughter married off. Parents' proudest achievement.
Oh, come on. That sounds very Mr. Bennet. Things have moved on a bit since Jane Austen, you know.
Not that much. Hardly at all if you listen to Mother on the subject.
Well, it is a truth universally acknowledged by grandmothers that any unmarried granddaughter, regardless of fortune, must be in want of a husband.
Oh, yes, I know. It's terrific news all round, and I'm just being disgustingly crabby and negative about it.
But Claire's still positive.
Oh, absolutely, unflinchingly so. No, I've never seen her so sure of herself, or so sure of anything. Well, not since just before her 5th birthday, when she was convinced Henry and I were going to give her a pony.
Oh, and did you?
Yes, of course we didn't.
Well, perhaps all her later uncertainty sprang from that early disappointment.
And better a child should be uncertain than spoilt, to my mind, Russell. Anyway, as I say, that at the moment is not a problem. Claire is almost dauntingly certain. She's approaching all the arrangements with a rigour and efficiency I didn't know she had in her.
Good.
Yes, good.
And is Julian matching her efficiency?
No, he's leaving most of it to her. He's very busy at the moment with a new album. But I wish he was putting a bit more into it. I mean, isn't a good start to a marriage for the man to let the woman make all the decisions?
Pretty traditional, I'd say.
Yes. I suppose what's really upsetting me is that I know how basically selfish my reactions are. I like Julian. They seem to be very happy. Claire is transformed. And yet something keeps niggling away inside me. Deep down, I suppose I just don't want to lose her.
And don't want to be stuck in a household consisting of just you and Eleanor.
No.
That's a perfectly normal reaction, Sarah. Anticipating the empty nest syndrome.
No, I know. Rationally, I know it all. Emotionally, though, things seem a bit different. Rationally, I know that children are never more than on loan to their parents, like library books. And if you keep them out too long, you're penalised. You have to pay some kind of fine. I've had all the appropriate reminders with Claire, and now it's time for me to hand her back in.
Of course, to follow your analogy through, you could say that Eleanor's kept you out long after you were due back.
Oh, but that's different, you see.
Why?
Pensioners are exempt from library fines.
Look out, here comes your overdue book.
Hello, love.
Hello, Mummy. Hello, Russell.
Afternoon.
Come on, Mummy. Are you ready?
Goodness, is it time already? I'm sorry, I was just nattering.
Yes, it is time. If we're going to catch the 117, we better put our skates
All right,
on.
right. Well, just let me get my
I
coat.
think we should go first to sort out the wedding list and then move on to the
Yes.
other shop.
Have you any thoughts what you're going to put on your list?
Oh, of course I have, Mummy. I've got it all written down.
Oh, good, good.
I can go and look at some curtain material for the house.
Of course.
And I must try and find something for my going away outfit.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to go to the travel agent to double check a couple of things on the honeymoon booking.
Very sensible.
Come on,
Look.
Mummy. Are you ready? We must go.
Yes, of course.
Bye, Russell.
Cheerio.
Sorry, Russell, can't stop.
Evidently.
And, of course, you'll be inviting Vera Poling.
What?
And really, I suppose you should invite her daughter, Tricia. You know, the one who's married to the merchant banker. And Tricia's daughter, Stephanie. I'm sure she can get the babies looked after for the day.
Granny,
Yes, dear.
I'm not inviting any of that lot.
That lot? What do you mean, that lot? Claire, you were invited to Stephanie's wedding. So were you, Sarah, weren't you?
Yes, I was, but...
Listen, Granny, the fact that I was invited to Stephanie's wedding has nothing to do with it.
But it does, dear. There is a principle of reciprocal entertainment, you know, Claire.
We're not talking about entertaining. We're talking about my wedding. And I'm going to be the one who decides who gets invited to that wedding.
But you and Stephanie are such chums.
We're not chums at all. I played her at badminton twice a few years ago, and that's it.
You went to her new baby's christening only a couple of weeks ago.
I went because I was invited and because you two were going. Not because Stephanie and I are bosom buddies.
So you really mean you're not going to invite her?
No.
And am I to assume that the same goes for Tricia?
That is exactly what you are to assume. And for her bloody merchant banker husband.
There's no need to swear, Claire.
Sometimes, Granny, particularly when talking to you, there is a very strong need to swear.
But what about Vera herself? We must invite Vera.
There's no must about it. And could you please get your pronouns sorted out? We mustn't invite anyone. I'll invite the people I want to be there.
But Claire...
And I don't want Vera Poling to be there.
She's one of my own...
I hardly know her. What I do know I don't like very much. She's a dreadful snob who spends all her time trying to score points off people.
Oh, I agree. I can't stand people who behave like that, but I...
And also, I know the only reason you want her there, Granny, is so that you can upstage her.
What?
So that you can wear a more glamorous dress than her and generally patronise her. Do your full Lady Bountiful routine.
Claire!
That's what you do, I know you. That's the only reason Granny wants Vera at the wedding, isn't it, Mummy?
I think I'll stay out of this.
Well, I just feel it would be terribly bad manners not to invite Vera. It's the kind of thing that could rankle, you know. I know she appears to have the hide of a rhinoceros and a few other qualities of a rhinoceros, now I come to think of it, but Vera can be quite sensitive. Now, you don't want her to be hurt, do you, Claire?
Worrying about whether or not I'm hurting Vera Poling is something almost unbelievably low on my current list of priorities, Granny. I am not inviting her to my wedding.
Oh.
Nor, come to that, am I inviting Valerie Brown on the pension counter Sister Mary or any of your other cronies. This is my wedding, not the geriatric mafia's works outing. Is that clear?
Crystal clear, thank you, Claire.
I want the people at my wedding to be people I like, except for the one or two you can't avoid inviting for family reasons.
I see. And might I ask into which of those two categories your grandmother falls?
With Clare in her current mood, Mother, I wouldn't push her luck with questions like that. Little more pudding, Julian.
No, really, thank you, Sarah. That was lovely.
Good. Anyone else?
No more, thank you, dear. Well, it sounds as if it's very good news on the gramophone record, Julian.
Sorry?
Granny means the album.
Ah.
Yes, I mean very good to hear that it's boiling over the charts.
Bubbling under, Granny.
No, it's the same difference. Still very good news.
Oh, yes.
Funny, I never thought I'd have a grandson-in-law who was a pop star.
Well, I'm not, really.
Julian does just write the songs. He doesn't play them or sing them, as you know full well, Granny.
Still, it's all part of the same glamorous world, isn't it? Tell me, Julian, do you get a lot of trouble with people taking drugs in your line of business?
No.
Granny.
No, don't worry, Claire. I'm not completely out of touch, you know. I'm well aware that drugs are an occupational hazard in the music business.
Well,
rather in the same way that psittacosis is a hazard for miners.
Only mine are birds, Mother.
Sorry?
Miners get pneumoconiosis.
Do they? That as well. No wonder they're paid so much. I mean, I don't hold with that Arthur Scargill at all, but he has got a point on... What? Oh, yes, dear. Sorry, Julian. I was just observing that drugs are an occupational hazard in your line of work. Lots of these roadies and people sticking heroin up their noses.
It's cocaine that goes up the nose, Mother.
Oh, well, it doesn't change my point, does it, Julian?
actually, I'm not sure I'd agree with you about
And, of course, the girls. Another occupational hazard. I've read all about that, too.
Granny.
No, you should really feel flattered, Claire, that Julian prefers you to all those gropies.
Groupies, Mother.
And I think your image of the pop music scene is a bit out of date, Granny.
No, it's not. You must stop assuming I don't know about these things. I'm quite with it, you know, Julian.
Oh.
Yes, I really know where it's at, music-wise.
Ah.
I've got to go make some phone calls. Will you excuse me, Mummy?
Yes, of course, love.
You coming, Julian?
Well, in a minute.
Okay, see you.
And have you invited a lot of pop idols to the wedding, Julian?
Well, no, hardly.
Is Andrew Lloyd Rice coming?
Webber, Mother.
No, I don't know him. Well, some friends in the business will be coming, but none of them very famous.
Oh, well, that's probably just as well. We don't want the bride and groom upstaged in the photographs, do we?
No.
And are you having something specially made for the ceremony?
I'm sorry?
A pink diamante jumpsuit, perhaps?
I think, Julian, that Mother is asking in a rather heavy-handed way what you will be wearing for the wedding.
Oh, morning dress.
Oh.
Claire wants as many of the men as possible in morning dress.
Very traditional. So the photographs won't look so very different from the photographs of Sarah and Henry's wedding. Or of my wedding to Sarah's father, come to that.
Well...
I'm sure that you'll find...
Do you know, it's years since I've looked at my wedding photographs.
Oh?
I don't often get asked to bring them out these days. Shouldn't be surprised, really. I mean, who wants to look at faded photographs of someone who's now an old woman and a man who's long since dead?
Oh, I'm sure a lot of people would be extremely interested. You know, given the right sort of...
Well, if you insist, Julian, I know exactly where they are. In the second drawer of my tall boy. Won't be a minute.
One thing you must learn, Julian, if you're going to survive in this family, is not to play into Mother's hands quite so easily.
No, I'll try and be a bit more careful in future.
Well, for your own good, I would.
Right.
So, how are you bearing up?
Oh, well, fine.
Claire seems to have everything in hand.
Yes. Yes, doesn't she just?
Hardly recognise my own daughter.
Hmm.
Do you find that she's changed in the last few weeks?
I'll say.
For the better?
Well...
She's extremely positive at the moment.
That's a very good word to describe it, yes.
Yes. Look, Julian, I know it must be terribly difficult for you suddenly having everything sort of taken over, being thrust into the vortex of this household full of three women. I'm sure you must sometimes wonder what you let yourself in for.
Well, it is sometimes a little daunting.
I'm afraid announcing an engagement does seem to make you a kind of public property.
From the moment Claire said yes, well, it was as if she'd thrown a switch on some huge, elaborate machine.
A machine whose existence you never even suspected.
Well, it has been a bit like that. But I mean, Claire's being so efficient. I'm sure it'll all work out fine.
It will. And once it's all over, all the arrangements and everything, I think you'll find that Claire goes back to being the Claire you remember. The Claire you wanted to marry in the first place.
That's what I'm assuming. I'm afraid for me the whole experience has been a bit like being drowned.
Ah.
Well, no, not being drowned, but being swamped. And I'm sort of going underwater. I'm holding my breath and holding my nose and just hoping that I'll come up on the other side.
You will, I know you will.
Sarah, I know I don't talk a lot. I don't say much.
Well...
And I think that probably as a result, some things that I should perhaps say don't get said. But it's not just me. Other people don't say things they want to either. You've never said what you thought of me for breaking up with Claire in Sydney.
No, that's true, I haven't.
And you don't have to, because I know. I felt just as... I didn't want that to happen, but, you know, people grow up against other people, and I'm afraid at that stage it was necessary.
Well, I'll take your word for it.
And now we're back together, we're stronger because of it. And it will be all right, honestly.
Good.
Or if it isn't all right, it won't be for want of trying. Not on my part, anyway.
Nor on Claire's.
I do love her, you know.
I know.
And I'm sorry I never met Henry.
Thank you, Julian.
It will be all right, Sarah.
Yes. Once you stop holding your nose.
Don't worry. I give you my promise that I will stop holding my nose.
Julian,
What?
am I to understand that you've been taking cocaine?
Russell, it's Claire.
Ah, how are you doing?
Surviving.
Only just from your tone of voice.
Look, Russell, I have a favour to ask you.
Oh, what?
It's about the wedding.
Oh, I see. Man-to-man marking of Eleanor, is that it, right? Give me the list of people who want her kept away from the reception. I'll do my best.
No, it's not that. Quite a good idea, though. I might just take you up on it. No, it's... Well, it's because Daddy's dead, and... I want someone who, you know, we all feel close to, and...
What is it, Claire?
Russell, will you give me away?
I really just can't make up my mind, Sarah, dear. Do you think I have the nerve to wheel out the old lilac number again?
Well, it's hardly the old lilac number, Mother. You've only worn it twice.
Yes, but somehow, for the wedding of one's only grandchild, one almost feels an obligation to have something new, doesn't one?
All right, fine. Go out and buy something new.
But it does seem extravagant, doesn't it, to be buying something new at my age? I mean, how many more occasions like this am I going to need it for? Claire won't be getting married again, will she?
I hope not. Or at least not for a year or two.
Oh, I really can't justify the expense of something new.
All right, then, wear the lilac.
Yes, I would, but somehow the fact that I bought it for Vera Polling's granddaughter Stephanie's wedding would make it seem almost as if I was saying that Claire's wedding was less important than Stephanie's. I mean, I don't want people imagining that I see my own granddaughter as a kind of second best.
Nobody would think that.
Vera would.
Vera, as Claire's made very clear, is not going to be there, so it doesn't matter.
No, true. Oh, I'm afraid it's going to have to be something new, Sarah, though the expense will be quite dreadful.
If you're that worried about the money, why not hire something for the day?
Hire something? This is a wedding, not a fancy dress party, Sarah.
I know that, but nowadays there are lots of places where you can hire dresses and suits and what have you for every kind of occasion.
Really? Oh, I couldn't be doing with that.
Why not?
Clothes that someone else has worn. Clothes that other people might have perspired into.
Well, they all get dry clean between hirings.
But people would think I couldn't afford to buy clothes for myself. I might as well just go and kit myself out at the Oxfam shop.
No, Mother, these are extremely expensive designer garments we're talking about.
Even so, think of the risk.
Risk? What, health risk?
No. I mean, just imagine that I wore something hired, and then it turned out that Vera Polling had seen someone else wearing the self-same ensemble at a conservative bring and buy the week before. I'd never be able to hold my head up in the bridge club again.
Mother, for the last time, Vera won't see what you're wearing.
No, but she'll get reports. That one's got spies everywhere.
All right, you won't hire something. Fine, it was just a suggestion. You won't hire something. You don't want to insult Claire by wearing your lilac number, so clearly you're going to have to buy something new.
I suppose I am.
And what's the problem?
Well, it's just that being a poor old pensioner...
Oh, look, Mother, why don't you go out and choose whatever you want, and I will pay for it.
Oh, really, dear? That is kind. And what about you? I suppose you'll be wearing your charcoal two-piece, won't you? Or that blue suit of yours can look very nice with the right accessories.
Well, no, actually, Mother, for my only daughter's wedding, I thought I'd buy myself something new.
Did you? Don't you think that's rather extravagant, Sarah?
So, 2 more days.
That's right.
2 more days to the happy ending.
Hope so.
No problems?
No.
Good. Bob and I have been fitted out for our morning dress. Look like some ancient song and dance act.
I'm very grateful to you for giving her away, Russell.
I was very touched to be asked.
I don't think I'd ever have thought to ask you, though you're absolutely the right person. Claire knew exactly what she wanted, as she has done over every detail of the wedding. She took on the church organist last week and persuaded him that he really did want to play one of Julian's compositions.
Hidden depths she's revealing.
Yes.
And you're holding together?
It's strange. I think I've missed Henry more the last few weeks than at any time since the first 2 months. So much I want to tell him, show him, and he's not there. Mind you, often he wasn't there when he was alive, out on a call, the doctor's eternal alibi. Rather longer call than usual, this one, though.
Poor Sarah. It has been a long time.
Yep. And the feelings go on. I think that's what all this has taught me, or what it's reinforced for me. The fact that feelings go on. Feelings don't cut, they fray very slowly, fibre by fibre.
Yes.
And your talk of happy endings, well, no ending's complete. There are always the frayed ends, the odd threads that don't get tied up. Unfinished business. Goodness, Henry died over 5 years ago, and there are still some things that haven't been sorted out.
And some things that never will be.
Right. And Claire's happy ending is really a beginning. Let's hope a happy one. But not one of those neat Shakespearean, let's tie everything up in a wedding resolution.
Oh, no, but even his aren't very convincing. I mean, if you think beyond the wedding, imagine Beatrice and Benedict sniping at each other over the cornflakes every morning. Or Petruchia and Kate. For heaven's sake, she'd been a refuge for battered wives in no time. No, to see marriage as the final resolution of a situation is simplistic. It engenders at least as many problems as it solves.
Yes. Even when it works, there are plenty of random outside factors that can destroy it.
What a depressing conversation.
No, not really. I'm not depressed. I suppose I'm just,
What?
getting on with it, Russell. Shall I finish those catalogues?
Oh, Claire. Now, that's absolutely beautiful. What a lovely dress. Doesn't she look a picture, Sarah?
Not half bad, though she is my own daughter.
Thanks.
Oh, that's going to look wonderful in the photographs, isn't it?
Pretty sensational, I'd say.
Julian's a lucky man, isn't he?
Your suit looks lovely too, Granny.
Oh, thank you, dear. Simple but rather classic, I thought.
Yes, it is.
You're not going to stay in that till the ceremony, are you?
No, just checking everything's where it should be. I'll take it off in a minute. I'll fix for the hairdresser to come at 9:30.
Okay, could you just move a moment so that I can see in the mirror, Claire? Oh, thank you. You know, I'm still not sure about this handbag.
Goes very well, Mother.
Yes, but when's the car coming?
11:30.
Yes, well, I've got time, so I think I'll just see if I can borrow a handbag that's closer in colour.
Oh, where from?
Well, I thought I might just slip up to the Sycamores. Vera Polling's got such a ridiculous array of handbags. Always had more money than sense, so I'm sure she'll have something that'll suit.
I'm sure she will.
You won't mind if I...
No, off you go.
Very well, dear. See you later. I'll be in good time, don't worry. You really do look lovely, Claire.
Thanks, Granny. I thought that handbag was exactly the right colour.
Of course it is, and I'll guarantee that's the one she's still carrying when she comes back from the Sycamores.
Then why?
Did you see? Fashion parade. Vera Polling won't be at the wedding, but she's still not going to avoid being upstaged in the privacy of her own eventide home.
I get it.
Very predictable. You all right, love?
Yes, it's all organised. Nothing can go wrong.
Nope. You've done a wonderful job over the last months, Claire. It'll be a great day, really great.
Yes.
And it's just lovely seeing you so positive, so certain. You know that Julian's the one, you know you're doing the right thing. That's wonderful.
Yes.
Stella, what is it? Is anything wrong? You do know you're doing the right thing, don't you?
I don't know.
Claire, love, you want to go through with this, don't you?
I don't know, Mummy. I don't know.
Nearly cured?
Yes, you've come to the end of the process of bereavement.
Oh, Russell, I wouldn't say...
Why, I mean, I don't mean you no longer think of Henry, or that you don't miss him, or that your life is ever going to be the same as it was when Henry was around.
No.
All I mean, Sarah, is that you seem in the last few months to have come to terms with the situation.
Well...
Oh, come on. I mean, you don't have to feel guilty about it. The fact you've now more or less worked out a way of leading your own life doesn't mean that you're betraying Henry.
No, I suppose not.
I mean, he would approve. Goodness, the time he must have spent as a GP counselling widows who couldn't come to terms with the situation. He'd be proud of the fact that his wife has managed it.
Has taken 4 years.
Oh, yes.
And any kind of equilibrium I've achieved does have pretty shaky foundations.
Oh, sure, but you really have made great strides forward, particularly in the last few months. You know, things like starting up this Italian course.
Yes, all the little widowish things.
Don't knock it. No, you've become a lot more independent, more forward-looking.
Maybe.
You're now a woman in your mid-40s who has survived a tragedy and can think about the rest of her life.
It's funny, isn't it, how one sort of loves pain. In a bizarre way, I miss the violent changes of emotion of the last few years. Now I'm, I suppose, more stable. But the feeling I have is as if I'm sort of anaesthetised, only half alive. A bit dull, maybe.
You're not dull.
Oh, good. Must be quite a relief for you, actually. Me not flying off into great operatic emotional things all the time.
Well...
Oh, go on, it's true. You've put up with more than your fair share of my whining and whinging.
Oh, I wouldn't say...
What would you say, then?
I'd say spending time with you now is less like travelling by roller coaster. More like British Rail, perhaps.
Thank you. Oh, yes, we're getting there.
Even, dare I say it, your mother seems to be being less of a problem at the moment.
Well, I don't say it either, but you're right. No, she isn't sniping at me quite as much as usual. Partly it's because Claire's around more. That somehow seems to dilute the force of Mother's personality.
And Claire's affair is ongoing.
Oh, yes. Julian's still very much on the scene. That's why Claire spends so much time at home. Well, he can't stand his parents, and he hasn't got any money, so he seems quite content just to mooch around Claire's flat all the time.
But is he any nearer getting any work?
No. He keeps going to see people about projects, but nothing seems to come of any of them. He still has this conviction that he's a songwriter, though.
Any evidence to support it?
Well, not in the way of completed songs, anyway. I keep thinking that he should get out in the world more. I'd have thought you made your way as a songwriter by getting into the music business in some other capacity and then working round to it. But I don't like to say anything.
Afraid of being too pushy, you mean?
Yes, I think the old "you really should get out and get a job" line sounds a bit hollow to Julian's generation.
Maybe.
Also, I don't want to become the heavy potential mother-in-law.
What, if you haven't got a job, you're not going to be able to keep my daughter in the manner to which her building society salary has accustomed her?
Exactly. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen with that relationship. The important thing is that at the moment it seems to work. To an outsider it all tends to look a bit pedestrian, but they appear to be very happy. And I certainly don't want to cause trouble by inquiring into long-term intentions.
Do you think it'll go the distance?
I haven't a clue. All I know, and all that really matters at the moment, is that Claire's happy. Also, I have to confess that the status quo does suit me rather well. You know, with Claire around the house so much, it takes a bit of the pressure off me.
Eleanor monitoring, you mean?
I can go out for an evening without worrying.
Leaving Claire as the granny sitter.
Exactly.
It's quite as big a problem as babysitting, isn't it?
Bigger. I feel so sorry for those women who get stuck at home looking after elderly relatives. There's one on the Italian course, Deirdre. Oh, I pity her. It's been just her and her mother for about 15 years.
You've done your share of that with Eleanor.
Oh, sure, but I have two huge advantages over someone like Deirdre. One, my mother seems to keep remarkably fit. Deirdre's is in a wheelchair. And two, I've got Claire. Mother and I alone together for any length of time are a pretty combustible mixture, but Clare being on the scene sort of defuses it.
Even to the extent of your being able to go on this trip to Florence?
What?
You mentioned it as a possibility last week.
Yes, I did, I know. I'd like to. As I said, it's for the people on the Italian course.
And Florence isn't one of those parts of the world blighted for you by memories of Henry.
No. We did go to Venice once, though, so Florence would be sort of mildly challenging without being ultimately challenging.
Going to do something about it, then?
I think so.
Got as far as booking it yet?
No.
Well, that would seem to be the next step, wouldn't it?
Florence?
Yes, Mother, Florence.
Well,
it's been arranged through the Italian course, you know, chance to improve our Italian and see some of the art treasures at the same time.
yes. And you say it's a whole week?
Yes, but just a week.
7 days?
Yes, that sort of week, yes.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, it would be educational, and it would be a good opportunity for me to get away. I mean, in the last 4 years since Henry died, well, I've hardly got away from more than the odd weekend. And
No, that's true.
listen, Mother, I will make absolutely sure that everything's sorted out for you before I go. I'll see to it that you're well stocked up with shopping and that you've got all your prescriptions. I'll make sure that Clare's going to be around for most of the week, and I'll arrange for some of your friends to drop in and see that you're all right. I'll arrange an appointment with the hairdresser for you, and the chiropodist, and the manicurist, if you like.
Really, Sarah, you make it sound as if I'm incapable of organising my own life.
No, Mother, I'm just making it clear that you won't have anything to worry about before you start raising objections to my going on this trip.
But what makes you think I'm going to raise any objections?
Well, it's just in the past, whenever I
think it sounds a tremendously good idea, Sarah, and goodness me, you've earned it.
What?
You've had a really tough time these last few years. You've worked very hard and you deserve a break.
Oh,
Don't think what you do isn't appreciated.
by you?
Of course by me. And by everyone else.
Oh,
Honestly, Sarah dear, the way you talk sometimes, anyone would think I was some dreadful, selfish, manipulative, old emotional blackmailer. Well, you go off to Florence, dear, with my blessing, and have a wonderful time. I'll be absolutely fine here on my own.
Ah. Mother,
Yes, dear.
you sure you're feeling all right?
No, that's fine. I'll be around that week. I'll keep an eye on her.
Oh,
Why do you sound so surprised? Where do you think I'd be going?
nowhere. It's just... I suppose I've lost the habit of assuming that things will work out in an uncomplicated way.
Why shouldn't they?
Why, indeed, no reason. No, they should. It's just in my experience, certainly in anything where Granny's involved, they very rarely do.
Well, it seems like they're working out this time.
Yes. Good. Julian about?
No, he's seeing someone about something.
Work?
What do you mean?
Nothing. I mean, when I said work, I didn't mean work. I meant more sort of work.
Well, there might be work in it. This bloke's manager of a pop group. He's looking for material. Julian's taken some tapes along.
What, completed songs?
Yes, completed songs.
I'm sure something will come of it.
What makes you say that?
Which is the conviction I have. Something in the air. Everything seems to be working out fine at the moment.
Well, I hope so.
I'm sure so. Julian's finished a song?
Mummy.
Sorry, love, just a joke.
Not a very funny one.
No, sorry. And everything's fine with Julian, is it?
Fine.
Good. And you don't mind sort of not going out as much as you used to?
It's fine. Why?
Oh, I don't know. At your age, I suppose I thought you might get a bit bored with just, mooching around that flat. I thought you might want to be a bit more adventurous.
It's fine.
Oh, fine.
What you mean is you really think we should get out more, do more things.
Did I say that?
No, but that's what you meant.
Well, I don't know, do I? I mean, all I was thinking was, it's none of my business.
Exactly, Mummy. For once in your life, you are absolutely right.
Oh. Thank you, Claire.
So, the deed is done.
Yes.
You are booked to go to Italy.
Yes.
No problems about it?
No, dead easy. Just gave my name in, paid my deposit at last night's class. I was worried there wouldn't be room, but no problem. In fact, the trip's a bit undersubscribed.
Oh?
They thought more of the people on the course would want to go.
There's no danger of it being called off.
Oh, no, they're just going to open out a bit. The odd spouse and friend will be coming as well.
There's no one you want to ask?
No. The whole point is to get away on my own. Well, with a few people I know vaguely, but basically just to be on my own.
Ah. Florence should be lovely this time of year. Not too hot.
Deirdre. I mentioned Deirdre.
Mm-hmm.
She's taking her mother.
You don't sound very keen on that. Is her mother dreadful?
I've no idea. I never met her. I'm just sorry from Deirdre's point of view.
Why?
Well, she's such a shy little thing. And this Florence trip was really going to be a big step forward for her, you know, in terms of independence.
She quite possibly enjoyed all the more with her mother, though. You mustn't judge all mother and daughter relationships by yours with Eleanor.
No. The thought of having Mother as a companion while viewing Florentine art treasures is not one to be contemplated.
She likes art, doesn't she?
I'm not sure whether she likes it or not, but she regards it as a subject for comment. I just like to look at a sculpture or a painting, sort of let it sink in. I don't want to say anything about it or analyse my reactions.
But Eleanor would.
Oh, yes, I can just imagine it. Don't you think Michelangelo's David looks a bit like Vera Polling's granddaughter Stephanie's new husband? You know, Sarah, something about the eyes, don't you think? I mean, it's difficult to judge without his clothes on, but there is something, wouldn't you agree? She'd go on and on like that all day.
Sarah, don't let it get to you. Remember, you're about to have a whole week away from her.
Yes. I hope she'll be all right.
Oh, of course she will be. And you can just immerse yourself in art and eat lots of lovely Italian meals and drink lots of lovely Italian wine and indulge in occasional cautious moments of melancholy and generally have a wonderful time.
Yes. You know, Russell, I really am looking forward to it.
Well, come on. I said I'd look out some books on Florence for you, didn't I? I'm sure we've got some stuff.
Oh, yes, what did we catalogue them under? Was it art books that don't make you feel a complete Philistine?
No, Sarah, really. It was in travel guides for people who can't stand beaches.
Oh, yes, of course. Russell, do you think this new cataloguing system is working?
Well, I don't know. We've had fun doing it, haven't we?
Yes. Of course, we'll never really know whether it works or not.
Not unless we have a customer come in, no.
Come in.
Oh, Mother, I just popped in to see... You all right?
Yes, I'm fine, Sarah, dear.
Why put your leg up like that?
Oh, it's nothing.
What happened?
Well, I slipped when I was cleaning out one of the kitchen cupboards. I just twisted my ankle a bit.
Let's have a look. Just twisted. It's terribly swollen. Does it hurt when I touch it?
Oh!
It looks horribly like more than a twist to me.
What are you doing here?
Phoning the doctor.
Oh.
There, is that all right?
Yes, fine, thank you, dear.
Look, I'll put a cushion on the stool and then you can... There. Shall I lift it on?
No, it's all right. I can manage.
And it doesn't hurt now?
No, not since the plaster's been on. Doesn't hurt at all.
Can I get you something? Cup of tea, coffee?
I think a glass of sherry would be more appropriate, don't you?
Yes, I think it would.
Pleasant young doctor at the hospital, wasn't he? Didn't look old enough to know all that about bones.
No.
Now, what was it he said I'd broken?
You're cracked your astragalus.
Oh, yes. Astragalus. Must get that right.
What, so as you can tell people?
Of course. But the only benefit of being injured is being able to reel off all the details of your injury to anyone and everyone you meet.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Look, we may as well say it now, Mother. No point in beating about the bush. This does change things, doesn't it?
What things? What does it change?
By going to Florence.
Well, why should it change anything?
Look, Mother, if you're laid out here, I can't possibly go...
Of course you can. I'm not going to be laid up anyway. They gave me those crutches, didn't they?
Yes, but will you be able to manage the stairs and things on crutches?
I can assure you, Sarah, I'll be able to manage everything.
But I don't feel I can leave you on your own.
Honestly, Sarah, the way you go on, anyone would think you didn't want to go to Florence.
Oh, I do, very much.
Well, then stop producing arguments as to why you shouldn't go.
I'm not. It's just with your ankle in plaster.
Sarah, I'll be fine. You're not due to go for a fortnight. But then I'll be dashing about everywhere on my crutches. And it's not as if I'll be alone in the house. Anyway, Clare will be around.
Yes.
You're going to Florence, Sarah. You're certainly not going to change your plans just because I've got a cracked... What was it again?
Astragalus, Mother.
Yes, that's right. Astragalus.
I wouldn't question it, Sarah. Just accept your good fortune.
Yes, I know I should, but I'm out of the habit of doing that. And when Mother suddenly starts behaving unselfishly, I'm thrown into total confusion.
As I say, just accept it. She's probably feeling guilty for the way she's treated you all these years.
I don't think guilt is a feeling that comes within Mother's emotional range.
Well, who cares what the reasons for her behaviour are? Clearly it's good news.
I keep thinking she must have some ulterior motive.
Maybe not.
She's always had an ulterior motive for everything she's done in the past.
Yes?
An ankle in plaster, you'd have thought, was the ideal springboard for her. Perfect excuse to have me permanently at her beck and call, make a great production of all the pain and everything. And yet she isn't doing that. She's hardly making any fuss at all, being very reasonable, almost stoical about it.
That seems to be infuriating you almost as much.
Only because I'm not sure what she's playing at.
I don't think she's playing at anything. I think she's just finally recognised how much you do for her and trying to make up for all the emotional blackmail of the past.
Really? So you think my mother's suddenly become a normal human being?
Yes.
Surely not. If that happened, I'd be totally disorientated.
You seem pretty disorientated at the moment.
It's just, when you're used to everything being an uphill struggle and then all the obstacles are suddenly removed, well, you get a bit out of control.
Well, don't worry about it. Just freewheel all the way down the hill.
I'm not sure that I'm very good at freewheeling.
Long time since you've had the chance to try.
It's a very odd feeling, though. I mean, certainly in the last 4 years since Henry died, I thought of myself as kind of basically unlucky. You know, the sort of person for whom things don't as a rule turn out. And suddenly I seem to be the other sort of person, the kind for whom things do work out. It's quite a mental adjustment.
Yes, I'm sure. You realise what you're in danger of becoming, don't you?
What?
Confident.
Good heavens.
I think what's happened, Sarah, is that you've come to the end of a chapter in your life.
Oh.
It was a painful chapter, but it's over.
I don't really believe that. Be nice if it... Wonder what's going to happen in the rest of the book.
Spoil the fun if you knew that.
I suppose so.
All kinds of exciting possibilities, though.
What? Everything turning out all right? Happy ending?
Why not?
I'm never terribly convinced by happy endings, Russell.
No, it's all possible. Eleanor being nice to you, Claire being nice to you, you being happy.
Heady stuff. You don't really think it could happen, do you?
You must get into the habit of thinking the unthinkable. As I said, anything's possible.
Yes. I suppose it could even be possible that Julian might get a job.
Oh, well, yes, it could, but it was no need to be completely unrealistic, Sarah.
Julian.
Hello, love.
Oh, how'd it go? You look sort of...
Good. It was good.
You mean something's going to happen?
Yes.
Really?
Yes, we got on well. He's a really good guy. He wants me to work with him.
Hey, that's marvellous.
I'm pretty over the moon about it.
What, are you just working on spec?
No, they're going to sort out a contract with the record company. Money up front. It's really happening, Claire.
Hey, that's wonderful. When?
Soon. He wants to get most of the songs for an album written by Christmas. So, starting in the next couple of weeks.
Gosh.
Claire, you know I said...
Yes.
About us...
Yes.
You know, seeing if it worked.
Yes.
Well, then it was all sort of hypothetical. Just an idea. But now this thing is happening.
Yes.
Are you still game?
You mean to see if it works? Yes, Julian, I'm game. Oh, Julian.
Come in.
Mummy, Julian's got a job.
What?
He's getting a contract.
For songwriting?
Yes.
Oh, that's marvellous. Julian, congratulations.
Thank you.
No, that's really great. Your confidence was justified, Julian. You knew if you held out for it, the right thing had come up.
Yes. Even if no one else believed it.
Well, but tell me about it. What is it?
Writing some songs for an album, a new group.
This guy was over in London. I saw him, and we just clicked. And I'm going to work with him in a couple of weeks.
Oh, this is wonderful. Come on, you must have a drink to celebrate.
Oh, thank you.
Wine okay?
Great.
And the thing is, Mummy, Julian wants me to go with him.
Go where?
Go with him when he starts the contract.
Oh, I see. Well, where is it? I mean, where are you going to go?
Sydney.
Sydney, Australia?
Yes.
Oh.
Well, are we being adventurous enough for you now, Mummy?
Everybody needs good neighbors. Just a friendly way.
Come in.
Morning, Mother.
Good morning, Sarah, dear.
I thought you didn't watch television during the daytime.
I don't, but now Claire's going to Australia, it becomes important that I should do a little research.
Ah.
Anyway, I'm not well with this ankle.
Oh, no, of course not. She spoke to the manager at the Building Society yesterday.
Oh?
He's been very good about it, letting her go without serving out the full notice.
So she's actually resigning, is she?
Yes. I mean, I think he implied there'd still probably be a job there when she came back. But then, of course, it depends on how long she's away.
Any news on that?
No, not really. I mean, the person Julian's working with wants to get the songs written by Christmas. So I suppose they'll be out there at least till then.
Yes, and of course it could be longer.
Yes.
I mean, if Julian makes a success out there, and if the relationship's a success...
Yes.
Claire told me that they were going out there to see if it works.
I know.
So if it does work, and if he stays out there, then she'll stay out there too.
Yes.
Still, it'll help financially, won't it?
What do you mean?
Well, when you're letting the basement flat to someone who isn't family, you'll be able to charge a realistic rent for it.
Yes. Yes, I hadn't thought that far. I mean, while there's still a chance Claire might be coming back...
You can't afford to be sentimental, Sarah, dear. Not in your financial circumstances.
No. How's the ankle?
Oh, well, you know, dear, I'm afraid it's been giving me a bit of pain the last couple of days. I'm not finding it as easy to get around as I'd hoped.
Ah.
In fact, I was wondering, Sarah, whether you'd mind if I rigged up the bell again. You know, the one I've used to call you other times when I've been ill.
No, I don't mind. Rig it up by all means.
But don't worry. I'll be fine.
Oh.
While you're in Florence. I'll be fine. Oh, it's such an unattractive sound, the Australian accent, isn't it? I do hope Claire doesn't come back with one.
We'll have to see.
It's incredible, isn't it? That a whole nation can get all their vowel sounds wrong.
So, Eleanor isn't too upset about it?
No, she's remarkably unaffected. Or seems to be. I think she'll miss Claire a bit. I suppose by way of compensation she thinks she'll have my undivided attention.
Yes. You're going to miss Claire, aren't you?
Can't pretend I'm not. I don't know. I mean, I should have prepared myself for this. In a way, I have prepared myself for it. Told myself for a long time that the situation couldn't last, that she would go at some point, and should go at some point. But I just never thought that point would be so soon.
She may not be away long.
No. Isn't it dreadful? Now I've sort of got a vested interest in her relationship with Julian busting up.
You think that'd guarantee she came back?
No, it wouldn't. Of course it wouldn't. No, probably whatever happens once she's tasted the freedom of not living with me, well, that'll be it. Goodness, I know how important it was for me to get away from my mother at that age. Claire should get away from me. I know she should.
But that knowledge doesn't make it hurt any less.
Nope. You were right about the end of the chapter, Russell.
Yes?
Oh, this wasn't what I had in mind for the next one.
No. I'm sorry, Sarah.
Julian's out in the car. I've said goodbye to Granny.
Yes. Want me to come and wave you off?
I'd rather not, Mummy.
No. Well, it's very exciting.
Yes.
Lots of luck. I hope it all goes wonderfully well.
Thanks.
And do ring me when you get there, you know, just so as I know.
Sure.
You'll be exhausted. It's a long flight.
I haven't worked out what time it'll be when we get in.
Don't worry, I won't mind. Just a quick buzz.
Yes.
And I hope, you know, you find some work.
Well, they reckon there could well be something with a record company.
Change from building society.
Yes. But there are work permits to be sorted out and...
Yes. Well, Claire, you look really terrific. Daddy'd be very proud of you.
I must go.
Yes, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have. Come on, big hug. One big hug and off you go.
Yes. Bye.
Bye-bye, love.
Bye, Mum. See you soon.
Yes, sure. See you soon.
Bye.
Bye. Yes.
Coming, Mother, they're coming.
Well, I didn't care much for that Uffizi.
Uffizi, Mother.
What?
The Italians pronounce it Uffizi.
I don't care how the Italians pronounce it. It's spelt Uffizi.
Well,
but so many paintings. I mean, you can have too much of a good thing.
Yes, I think the answer is probably just to go in and see a few at a time, not to try and cram them all in at once.
Well, you want to get your money's worth, Sarah.
Yes.
Which one did you like best?
What?
Which painting did you like best?
I don't really know. I mean, different paintings sort of prompt different reactions.
You still should be able to say which one you liked best.
Well, I'm afraid I can't, Mother.
No. Could you just straighten the cushion behind my back, Sarah, dear?
There.
Thank you. Oh, I'll be glad to get out of this contraption. Very tiring things to sit in wheelchairs, you know.
Quite tiring to push, too, actually.
Really? Yes, I feel sorry for poor Deirdre's mother, with no prospect of ever getting out of hers.
No.
I thought there was too much religious painting in that gallery.
Well, in the early days, painters could only...
Tell you one thing, though.
What?
You know that painting of the crucifixion?
Which painting of the crucifixion?
The one with Jesus in the middle on the cross.
Almost all of them had Jesus in the middle on the cross.
Well, the robber on the cross on the right. Did you notice anything about him?
Well, since I don't know which painting you're talking about, I can...
Well, he had ears just like Wallace Merton.
Oh, did he?
Yes, exactly. Sort of scrunched up, just like Wallace's.
Ah.
Funny, I'd never thought Wallace had any Italian blood.
Why should he have had?
Well, they're very distinctive, those scrunched up ears. And those painters didn't just make people up out of their